When the PGA Tour overhauled its qualification system a few years back, making the Web.com Tour the sole avenue to golf's top circuit, there were grumblings that a direct path to the big leagues through qualifying school no longer existed. After all, that was the way players such as Dustin Johnson, Ricky Fowler, and Graham Dillette earned their tour cards. Recent history has shown that the new system is working quite well. Web.com graduates are proving they are more ready than ever to battle established stars, with the likes of Nick Taylor, Tony Finau, Smiley Kaufman, and Justin Thomas winning fairly early in their PGA Tour careers. Next year, veteran Brad Fritsch of Manotick, Ontario, and rising star Mackenzie Hughes of Dundas, Ontario, will join fellow Canadians Dillette, Taylor, Adam Hadwin, and David Hearn on golf's grandest stage, thanks to their finishing among the top 25 regular season money leaders on the Web.com Tour this year. Victories paved the way for both to do so, with Fritsch grinding out a playoff win over top prospect Ollie Schneiderjans in Columbia in April, and Hughes making a birdie on the final hole to hold on in a shootout last month in Missouri.
It's been a long road to getting that first Web or PGA Tour win. Obviously, I've been at it for a long time. The golf course and the conditions probably played a little bit of part in the emotion because it just grinded you down the whole week. Wind blew 40 miles an hour every day, so it was just a long, hard week, and I beat a young, really up-and-coming kid in the playoff to do it, so it was really gratifying. One for the old guys, I guess, but also knowing after that I had, one or two more good finishes and I'd be back out on tour, so that was part of it as well.
What knowledge do you think you'll take to the PGA Tour next year?
Yeah, there was a little bit of a feeling out process for me, not necessarily in making the cuts, but on the weekends, not really understanding that I didn't have to shoot, 67 or 66 every weekend to do well. Most golf courses, if you shoot 2 or 3 under par on weekends, you're going to do okay. And I was out there, thinking I had to go really low. So that led to a lot of weekends where I shot 73, 74, and just put myself way out of it.
This is the hardest day of my life, and I'm so proud of the way I hung in there, and I just had to dig so deep. I mean, the thoughts were just going crazy in my head, and to try and quiet that down was probably the greatest challenge I've ever had in my life. I mean, I kid you not. I mean, there's so many times I thought about, the outcome and what it could mean to me and my family and everything like that, and I had to bring myself back so many times to just breathe, one shot at a time, and it just seemed like I just wanted to get across the line, and it feels so good.
I'm pretty sure you're going to be going to the PGA Tour, young man.
Yeah, I mean that's silly talk right there. I mean, I'm trying to plan my honeymoon right now, and what's funny is I was contemplating whether or not I needed to go back to Q school in the fall. I mean, I hadn't locked up my card yet, and so there was all that stuff going on too. And I mean, PGA Tour, let's go.
That means at least a half dozen Canadians on the PGA Tour in 2017, a number that could swell if other Web.com Tour members enjoy success over the next 4 tournaments. In addition to the top 25 money leaders, the next 50 earn the right to play in what's known as the Web.com Tour Finals, a 4-event playoff series that also includes the bottom 75 money earners from the PGA Tour this year. 25 more Big Loop cards are up for grabs in this series, and Canadians Roger Sloan, Adam Svensson, and Albin Choi will be in the mix. It might seem like a tall order to graduate this way, but it's been proven in the past that one doesn't have to set the world on fire to accomplish the task. Consider that Taylor turned the trick in 2014 with just 1 top 10 finish and 2 top 30s in those 4 events. 2 months later, he was a PGA Tour winner, providing future Web.com Tour finalists with the ultimate inspiration. One more note here. While Fritsch and Hughes are assured of joining the PGA Tour next year, they'll want to stay sharp during the final series since those events factor in the final money list. The higher one finishes on that ledger, the better his status is on the PGA Tour next year, which means a better chance of gaining entry into important early season events.